All right, I wanted to show you one more element in this short series of videos in terms of self-implementation. Um, the steps I've shown you so far are imperative to setting people up on the system, and you've got to follow those steps before you start pushing things out like safety documents, etc., or policies, because unless you've got the employees set up properly and onboarded, um, those sorts of things won't appear. There's one more thing, and that's the permission structure. So remember, everything that you see within KeepShift is driven by permissions, as set by the admin. Okay. Now, what you see as an admin is completely different to what employees would see under their permission structure, unless you've individually changed that. So the way that you manage this process is you go to My Company and you push the down button, and you'll see under locations here we have permissions. So press permissions and you'll see a list of all your employees that will come up. Okay. And the permissions that have been given to them. Now, if you're using the group function, they're already preset in terms of employee functionality, supervisor permission, manager, and admin. Our suggestion is always that the admin is limited because to just a couple of employees, because they have full access of the system. If you didn't want them to have full access, you'd actually individually go in and manage the permissions by pressing the cogwheel. So you can manage a person's individual permissions, or you can do it under a group. Under a group, everyone who's assigned as an employee would be changed. If it's individual, it'll just be that person. Again, you go to manage permissions. Let's look at Jack, and you'll see, okay, for Jack, I don't want him to have full permissions of, let's say the DocuBox. I only want him to be able to view them, view all the documents in there, or have no permissions at all. That still won't stop him from um, receiving a document to sign. It'll just be stopping him viewing all the documents within our DocuBox or your DocuBox. So you probably set that to none if he's just an employee. Pay rates, that sort of thing. He has full administrator access or manager access, so he has quite a few things that he can see. So if you wanted to change what someone can see, you would do it within this profile on an individual basis. But my recommendation would be using the groups initially, limiting who has access from an administrator point of view. So if you've got two or three key people, you would give them administrator access because they'll be able to troubleshoot as well if anyone was struggling with anything. So that's how the permission function works. Under that, you've got notification settings, which is something you can control in terms of the amount of notifications going out to an employee or contractor. For example, if a document's been signed, you'll receive a notification. If you wish to deactivate the notifications on your phone or on your system, they receive that via email, and they'll receive a bing on their phone or the top right here where you see the bell. Or you want to change the frequency, you can do it. If there is a clock frequency here, you can edit that function. So it's all controlled by the administrator in what someone within your company receives, just like the permissions.